Hey there, everyone. Man, I forgot like when you stand this part of the screen, the Zidane looks so like thin. Welcome back to more. Wait, did I fudge up my intro? Who cares? Welcome back to more Final Fantasy 9. Kind of in depth. We'll go with that. Can we? Nope. Kind of in depth playthrough. And what's happening? Oh right, yeah, Festival of the Hunt. Hooray! That thing I wanted to do last part, but I talked for an hour and a half instead, so it didn't happen. Yeah, boat's gone. Actually, I should be talking to people because I bet you they say different things now. Yeah, airship dock, aircraft terminal, sir. I wish I could watch the festival too. This guy's just blocking. Go to your starting point. Yeah, aircraft station. And this guy's gonna be like, the aircraft is now departing for the theater district, yo ho. So before we do everything, let's double check, I've got all my good shit on. Let's quickly go over, I'll go over some of these, what are the abilities I have here, anything of important. I guess I have Jelly. I don't think anything petrifies, but yeah, it's just petrifying immunity. I'll just slap on because. So, Soul Blade draws out the hidden power in Thief Swords. That description, if you don't, you know what I mean? You might not know what that even frickin' means, but, I'll just let it, cook there for a while. You can think about it. But Festival of the Hunt! Let's do it! This one's definitely gonna have a half part. I didn't actually have a half part for last episode because it was just talking and there was nothing I missed, so... But listen to this song playing. God, I love this song. Such rudeness, princess. They are treating you like a commoner. Oh, hush. We get a great view from here. You're right. I can see the entire town. Princess, look. Master Vivi is also participating. I can't believe it. He seemed reluctant earlier. Master Vivi, the princess and I are rooting for you. Come on, Vivi. You can do it. No, Master Vivi. Look out! Oh gosh, I can't watch anymore. You can't win by just running. A good offense is the best defense. Attack! You can't lose to that monkey's Zidane. Yes! That's it! Now's your chance one more time. Vivi, behind you! Yes, go! God, just like sports watchers. So Festival of the Hunt. Guess what you do in the Festival of the Hunt? You kill stuff. Let's go, let's go do that. You get 12 minutes, and, just head on in here. So, the Fangs and the Moos are different monsters from before. Great Scott! And they're, they're a little tougher, obviously, because otherwise we'd be one-shotting them with, anything, because they were, in the first area. There's a third enemy we'll see, though. It's kind of weird, because they don't even show up in the thing, but... And with us, the big ogre, you just smack them, they dead. You get nothing from these fights, so it just, it ends and then bam, we're out here. Oh, there was that guy flapping. Yeah, that's the third enemy, I kind of forgot, but, no big deal. Hey, there he is. Trick Sparrows, these guys are new! And funny enough, unlike the Fangs and the Moos, these guys are identical to their appearance that we'll see a little later in the game, and that includes the fact that unlike the Fangs and the Moos, we can actually steal stuff from these guys. Which, they don't have big, much to steal, but I might as well steal one thing from them. Just get an ore. That helps. Alright, watch how much damage this does with Bird Killer. BAM! 546. That kills him at least 2 times over. So the points you get from the monsters is generally Trick Sparrows actually give the least, and then Moos will give a moderate amount, and then Fangs give the most. However, it's a little inconsistent because it's actually based on the area you're in. The trick sparrows that we see in like the first area that I missed on fighting actually only give like, those ones only give 1 to 3 points, so it's, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's not like, the thing with the Festival of the Hunt is that the scoring system is a little how do you know how you put it, like the points that your adversaries get scales kind of towards your points, like not completely, like if you just sit there and do nothing, they'll just keep scoring without you, but like you can't get ahead for most of it basically. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, now we can just kind of head on back. Freya's leading. You'll see a lot of fun names kind of while we're running around here. There's a lot of stuff that'll happen that's time-based. Actually, while we're here. Hey. This guy, I don't know. This guy in particular is not worth fighting because, like I said, he only gives like, he'll give 3 points at most. Because the points that they give is a little random. It's like a range. But this guy will only give like 3 points, we'll see. Still, might as well. As long as he doesn't, you know, cast his long spell. Yeah, he's beacon. These guys have Drain, which is a little slow animation. So thankfully, you know, we can mess them up. You can see how much, like, even with like all that extra armor I have on, they're still doing pretty good damage to us. Have to be careful. Yeah, 2 points, like, not worth it. Let's see what he says. Freya's leading right now. She's Dragonite from Burmecia. Now she can fight. Hell, I saw some monsters run away from her. Good hunting. I'm trying not to go too fast, but I also... yeah, Industrial. I'm, like, forgetting. Man, Freya's getting more points. There's... how many participants are... I think there's 9 participants total, which includes, you know, the 3 of us, right? Zidane, Freya, and Vivi. There's, like, a mysterious Gorman... Actually, is there 9? There might actually be less than that. I forget how many there are, but, yeah. Let me quickly heal up so we don't die. The thing is, if you die in this, the festival just ends. Like, you don't get a game over, it just ends. So, you know, you have to be careful about that. Let's save this kitty cat. Look at this little battle arena. I think this is the only time in the game you'll see this, because there's not really ever any time you're fighting in Lindblom. Actually, I think that might be true of all of them. I'm not sure if there's ever any fights in Lindblom outside of the festival. I can't remember any. Hey, look, it's a squirrel. Hope he doesn't throw a rock at me. Ah, no, that's a little slow. We want to be in the business district by 4 minutes 30 seconds to see something. Honestly, just like I kept saying before, there's no, you really don't need to bother coming to this place. Just do the theater district and head to the business district, because I'm not sure if I'm even gonna have enough time. I mean, I guess we'll see. Actually, yeah, I'll fight you. We're not gonna bother with the Trick Sparrow though, because he's not worth enough points. Nice dodge. Alright, let's get going. We're getting low on time there. I think you started with 12 minutes, we're already halfway through. Alright, run on back. That Trick Sparrow's flying up there. I'm sure you can fight him somehow, but who cares? Let's get down here. Head on back. I think if you hang around the screen a little bit, another monster will show up. I think there might be another Trick Sparrow somewhere, but let's just get out of here. Business. Do-ba-doo. Any of the monsters we don't get to see, I'll show up in the other part. I love that, yeah, that squirrel gets hijacked. But screw him. I'm not fighting that. I don't have time. At some point, Vivi will run by on this screen and like, you'll see that. Oh, you know what? Is there anything on this screen? Probably, right? I'm sure there's something. Yeah, there's another trick spout flying on. You know what? We're gonna head on back here, and I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Cause, oh, there's Vivi. Hey. I could have saved him from that fang, but you know, screw that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit here and wait till 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Because, you remember that big old, you know, big monster we saw way back then, you know, the Zagnol? Well, at 4 minutes and 30 seconds... Alright, let's go. He shows up and he's terrorizing those kids we saw earlier. Hey, big boy, turn around! Damn, you're ugly. Allow me to help, you know. Good old Freya. Okay, but I get to finish him. I got a dagger on the line. I'm trying to... You're ridiculous. Fine, as you wish. I'm trying... I want to read it, but it's like... You know, we're on a time limit here. Alright, Zagnol. So we want to steal from this guy is the funny thing, because he's a big old boss. He's actually got some stuff to steal. But first things first, let's use Soul Blade on him. What do you think's gonna happen? He's blinded. How curious. Oh, he's electrocuted now. Ooh. He did that right away. That sucks. Alright, let's start stealing from him. I believe he has 2 things to steal. We want a certain weapon. That's not what we want. Thankfully, as long as... I'm actually going to put Freya in the front row. We'll talk about Freya later, but for now she's in the front row and we're going to... You know, we're going to shank stuff with her. We're not going to bother with jumping for now. It's going doing the thunder. Oh, I didn't mean to... I meant to steal. Whatever. Thankfully, because of that, you know, the vest and the stuff we have on, it's not too big a deal. If you don't have that stuff, though, you can see that would have done a lot of damage. I'm not sure if we're going to have time to steal this fork. Unless we get lucky. I kind of spoiled it, yeah. You can steal a fork from this guy, that'll be useful later. Ooh, Freya's got smacked. Let's throw a potion on her. He's going another thunder, but that shouldn't do too much damage to us, thankfully. Oh, it's even a single target, so it's especially not that big a deal. Damn it. I would like that fork, because you won't get an upgrade for this fork for a long time. Not to mention that if you're familiar with the Excalibur 2 Perfect game, you'll know that in that run, this is an extremely important steal, because without this steal, it is impossible to complete the run. Zion's gonna trance, and that's actually gonna suck, because that's gonna be a big time waster. Not to mention, he's still got a fair bit of HP to go through still. I don't think it's gonna happen. That stinks. Oh, Zion's gonna trance too, unless this hits Freya. Crap! Alright, well, we're attacking now. So this is gonna take like 30 seconds to happen. This is what sucks about real time. We're just gonna keep attacking with Freya now. I hope we get the fork. Oh, Zion's stealing. And he's doing like the long attacks too. Ow. Thunder actually doesn't do that much damage, though. It's his physical attack that really hurts. Damn it! Oh, and the worst part is, if I steal with... If I attack with... Oh, no, there's no way to do this. I just have to sit here and... I'm just gonna, you know what? Yeah. We're not gonna kill Zagna, unfortunately. It's not a big deal, because, you know, I'll show it off in the part. But, we do miss out on a little bit from not killing this guy. Can you imagine if I gotten the steal just then? That would've been sweet. That's unfortunate. The time is up. The winner is Freya, of course. So Freya pretty much is basically always the default winner. Well, I mean, if you do really well, you can beat Freya. It's a little tricky, but like generally the rule of thumb is you want to basically get a big kill right before time runs out. If Zidane kills the Zagna, though, Zidane basically will be like guaranteed to win as long as like you know you didn't just do nothing the whole time. If you do this fight and you both die or just like you just, you know, I mean, like bad sounds, then Vivi will win. And this is important because the reward you get, you do actually get the reward from any of the 3 characters. Like, we'll get Freya's reward. And we'll see here in a sec, actually. By the way, just as a mention, the 2 things I wanted to talk about was the chest I was talking about and the mini Burmecia. So I'm gonna link, and they're both actually related, because I'm gonna link a video in the description of this video that basically shows what I'm talking about, where it mentions a bunch of weird little like bugs related to like weird, like there's a lot of like wrong models in this game. Actually, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a couple, just like little minor things that it's like you can see why they missed it, because it's like pretty minor stuff, but it's like, you know, yeah, anyways. That was marvelous, all of you. That was marvelous, all of you. 112 points, congratulations. By the way, this isn't important, but it's, you know, if you get over 100 points, there is something we'll get later, too. Nothing like actual reward or anything, but it's like, we'll see something, so. We grant you the Master Hunter and your reward. Core winning, Master Hunter, bam. My hat's off to you, Freya. I don't know how you racked up so many points. The fruits of my training, I suppose. Regent. Please forgive my intrusion. I bring urgent news from our king. The King of Burmecia? Sire, you must not let him see you like this. Take a good look. An injury has blinded him. Continue. Our kingdom is being attacked by some unknown force. We are severely outmatched. Please send reinforcements immediately. The enemy looks like an army of mages wearing steeple-crowned hats. The king and I are old friends. We will send reinforcements to Burmecia immediately. Thank you, Regent. The king and all of Burmecia will be most grateful. I must return now. Ugh. Take him to the infirmary. It's too late. He's gone. It's a miracle he even made it this far. I can't believe this is happening. This is a problem. Because of the festival, there are hardly any men left in the castle. It will take time to mobilize. We have no choice. Call back the 4th Aerial Division patrolling the border. But if we recall the 4th, we will lose our eyes over Alexandria. Guak guak. Burmecia is our ally. We must help them. Steeple-crowned hats. They might be black mages like Vivi. It can't be. Could it be Mother? I must go now. I cannot sit and wait for the reinforcements. I'm coming with you. No, this doesn't concern you. What's this? I'm a stranger all of a sudden? I'm not gonna sit back and watch your home get destroyed, alright? Thank you, Zidane. Can I come too? I want to find out who they really are. Sure. Alright then, let's go to Burmecia. Princess, this is a foreign matter. It has nothing to do with us. Steiner is right. We don't know if Alexandria is involved. But if black mages are involved, Zidane, you know what I'm talking about. If Mother is behind this, I'll make her stop, I promise. I think you should stay here. What? We don't know what to expect there. I've already faced great danger coming here. What's the difference? Dagger, this is war. A lot of people are gonna die. I know that. How did you feel when you saw that Burmesian soldier die just now? I felt sad, of course. Just sad? Weren't you scared too? Obviously you haven't realized how dangerous it's gonna be. You could get killed. This is no time to be talking about convincing your mother of anything. But now's not the time to argue. He's right. We must head to Burmecia at once. Will you open the Dragon's Gate? Of course. If you're going by foot, leaving from the gate is the best way. Let us eat while we wait for the gate to open. Yay, I'm so hungry. The Festival of the Hunt Feast is one of our oldest traditions. It began well over 5 centuries ago. It is customary to eat everything with your hands, so go on, before it gets cold. Thank you, Uncle. It's so good. Let's just eat. We can't do anything until the gate opens. You're right. Hey, not bad. This is wonderful, Princess. How is everything? Why aren't you eating? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Everything is so delicious. Indeed it is, especially this beef. It is superb. Oh, I'm so full. I'm getting sleepy now. What the? The food is poisoned! Dagger? How could I be so careless? Ugh, I'm starting to feel sick. Forgive me, Princess. I should have tasted it for poison. That's impossible. There shouldn't be any in your dish. What? Now that you mention it, I feel just fine. How did you know? Princess, you didn't! It's not poison. It's just a medicinal herb Zidane gave me. Believe me, this is not what I had planned. Steiner, I have to make my own decisions. I had no choice. Uncle Sid would never let me leave the castle. That is because he is concerned about you. I understand, but... No, you don't understand. War is a terrible thing. You must never experience it as I have. I'm sorry, Princess, but I cannot follow any orders that might put your life in danger. What if Alexandria is behind the attack on Burmecia? It could lead to war between the 3 great nations. Many innocent people will die. As the Princess of Alexandria, there must be something I can do. I have to help Mother. I don't want to see anything happen to her. Very well. Princess, I will follow you wherever you choose. Thank you. Let's go before everyone wakes up. I'm sorry, Zidane. Come on. Do. Dagger, where are you going? Sorry, I just really like the castle song. It must have been some sort of sleeping medicine. It was sleeping weed. We've been had. I gave her some because she said she was having sleeping problems. I'm impressed. There's more to her than meets the eye. Damn, what the hell is she thinking? Maybe she's headed to Burmecia. Then you might still be able to catch up with her. Vivi, wake up, we're going to Burmecia. Let's head for the Gazama Luke's grotto. Once we pass through the grotto, we'll be in Burmecia. You can leave from the Dragon's Gate, located on the base level, Quack. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I forgot you can look at these. Favorite bow of Sid the Seventh, crafted by Andrea, Court Boyer. Favorite armor of Sid the Sixth, crafted by Gabriel, Court Blacksmith. Favorite shield of Sid the Fifth, crafted by Fabrizio, Court Blacksmith. Is that it? That's all that's in here? Yeah, head for Gazama Luke's Freya said, go over Mauricia. So, that Coral Wing, yeah, we got Freya now. So, Freya, you know, as you can imagine, she's a Dragon Knight, which means, you know, she has the jumps. She got mad hops, all that jazz. Let's see what she's got equipped here. She has Dragon Killer. Dragon Killer is actually unique to Freya. It's, you know, as the Dragon Knight, she can deal, you know, the extra 50% damage to dragons, and she's the only one that gets that. The others do not. Nobody else gets that. That's the only exclusive killer as far as I'm aware of. They can also go ahead and start equipping with other stuff over here. I guess we'll put on Bird Killer, because, like, why not? You can also, of course, put on the Coral Ring that we got. That's actually very useful for her, because it gives her a Lancer. Something that she doesn't normally get for a while. So, yeah, if you, whatchamacallit? If you don't get, the Coral Ring, then you'll get either, like, a card from Vivi's thing, or you'll get the... whatchamacallit? My brain is blanking. Yeah, I guess one thing. Is he getting antibiotic for anything? Yeah, but he's got nothing else to equip anyway, so... Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, it's the first time we've gotten to be over here. What are these guys going to say to us? The Royal Chamber is upstairs. The conference room is just down the hall. I don't think we're allowed to go in here. You are not permitted to enter the Royal Chamber. Yeah. Anything in these corners? Probably not. I don't ever remember there being anything, but you never know. Nope. I like how he just says what the other two guys said, but with more detail, basically. He says both. He makes those dudes obsolete. Hold on one sec. My job's pretty simple, but the lift wouldn't operate without me. You gotta take pride in whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything up here, but I'll just quickly, because I know there's the one guard that's just chilling up here. It might look like we're fooling around, but this is still one of our posts. If there's anything up here... Can you look at the telescope again, actually? Nope. It's a one-time dealio. That telescope is dead. There's nothing up here, so, yeah. It's just for funsies. What's this area called? Just a telescope. I think that now the festival's over, I think everyone in town has new things to say, but I don't know if I'm gonna bother with that. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short part, though. So I'm gonna go back. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll go see, and if there's nothing there, I'll just cut. Let's go talk to people. Because I mean, that's like half the fun of this game. So that there's just a million lines of dialogue. Who are you? I'm surprised you're allowed to be in here. Yeah, they just say the same thing. But I mean, that's not exactly encouraging that they just say the same thing. Can we finally go in here? I swear there's a time when we're allowed in here, but I guess not now. I mean, Steiner got in there, the jerk. How come I can't go in there? I guess we can quickly check on this Moogle. I don't think the Moogle will have any new mail, but I mean, you never know. Nope. It doesn't hurt to check. I just realized, like, look at... You can actually see there. That's the airship, like, walkway right over there. That's kind of cool. You can see it from here. Cool little, like, outside view. Ba-ba-ba-ba-boo. Dun, 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 dun. So what does he say? Same thing. So I don't think anything's new. Like I said, I'll cut. If anything's, you know, whatever. So yeah, see you then. It finally ended, eh? I never liked the festival. It's too violent. Oh, there's so many brave, powerful men here for the festival. Thump thump. This festival of the hunt is really interesting. I heard there are traditional festival of the hunt dishes. Do you know where they serve them? Hey, we're at the base level. Huzzah. So what was I doing? Right, I totally forgot because I kind of got distracted. Is there anything down here? I don't think so. Right, so Freya. Yeah, Freya. That's what I was doing. So Freya, she's a dragon knight. And as a result, she has, her jump command and stuff. Is there anywhere we can see that? Oh yeah, we can see that right there. She has, jump, and she also has dragon stuff, which we can kind of see now. Well, actually, oh, because that just shows that you've learned, right? Because if we want to see what, isn't learned, we can just go and see Lancer. Lancer is, I believe, it deals 1.4 times damage and reduces the MP along with it at a rate of, like, I think 1/8 of the damage is converted into MP damage as well. So it does damage and drains MP of dudes as well. So here's the problem with Lancer, though, and kind of have a problem with any sort of MP draining stuff in this game, because like I was mentioning before, right? Remember how I was saying stuff like how, like, the Insomniac is just prevent sleep. How, like, whatchamacallit, like, the monsters we've been fighting, they have, like, metric tons of MP. And it's, like, kind of ridiculous. It's kind of stupid, actually. It's one of the few things in this game that's, like, they really shouldn't have been so high, because Lancer's still useful, mind you, because it just does more damage than a regular attack. So it's still good, but it's, like, the MP draining part is almost pointless, because, like, oh, I drained, she'll do, like, 200 damage with this and drain, like, is it 10? It might actually be, like, a 10th, so it'll be do like 20 MP damage. Meanwhile, the enemy I'm fighting has, 300 HP and 300 MP. It's like, what's the point? The MP damage I'm doing is, like, completely negligible, because the actual damage doing is way more. Like, anything that you're trying to drain their MP of, you're just gonna kill way before it ever matters. Which is kind of silly, but I mean, I don't know. It's one of the few things in this game that's just like, kind of poopy. Alright. Let's take off Protect Girls. Protect Girls is fun because, it's funny because Freya has cover, and then, because I didn't Protect Girls, so they'll cover each other. Which is, in a way, kind of applicable, but, don't really need it right now. I guess, yeah, I'll keep Steel Gill on. Sure. I'll go over some of those stuff later, like, whatchamacallit. I guess we don't even... Yeah, I want to learn Bandit first, because Bandit's super important, so you want to learn that before you get the other stuff. Trying to think. Oh, yeah. Cotton robes. There's a bunch of robes that are, like, mage equipment. Every single robe has a fire weakness that it doesn't mention, so you have to keep that in mind. Like, it doesn't say it burns easily, but Vivi is weak to fire while he's wearing this robe, so you have to, watch out for that. Oh, right, I forget. Man, I'm freaking scatterbrained this episode. Freya has Jump. Jump does... I forget, it's a little random how much damage it does. It's roughly like 1.5 times damage. The big thing with Jump, obviously, is that while she's in the air, nothing can hit her. And it also ignores row. So if she's in the back row, her Jump will still do full damage. So... it's kind of important to go over, like, what you want to do with Freya. Like, if you want her in the front row, she'll attack more often, but, she'll take more damage, obviously, and, both because she's not avoiding damage and also because she's in the front row. If you have her in the back row, she'll attack a little slower, but she'll attack for bigger chunks, which is more effective against, like, enemies with higher defense. And it's, obviously, she's back row and she's, in the air for more time, so... helps her avoid damage. So let's go with the Serpent's Gate here. Because this is not the way we want to go, but it is, we can go over here and talk to these dudes. The harbor is up ahead. It hasn't been used since the mist appeared. It's not a good idea for you to go out. The mist is bad for you. Because we can go ahead and grab some loot. We get a weird card. Very important to grab this super important card for the card game that we'll definitely be playing a lot right now, right? I want to say there might be something down here. Somewhere around here, maybe? Maybe not. I like how the screen looks like the mist. You know, like they said, there's mist. It'd be misty. I'm dying to get back in the castle. I think it's a waste of time to watch over this place. Is there nothing out here? I thought there was like a random thing somewhere. I don't know. No big deal. Is there really? Like I walk up here? No, doesn't look like it. Alright. I believe if we walk up to this trolley now, it'll give us the option to go to both places. Yeah, we can go to the Dragon's Gate now. For some reason, when you're in the middle screen, like there's a trolley for each area, but then when you're like in the side areas, you can just go to either one. I guess just like, you know, save some time. So over here, just, you know, take a quick look in these corners, because I believe there's a chest over here. It's like a tent or something. Yeah, there we go. So we can talk to this dude. If you're going to Bermesia, go through Gazamaluke's grotto in the northern mountains. The best ways to get to the grotto is by following the roots popping out of the ground, which extend all the way to the grotto. Hey, nice tip. I actually forgot he mentions that. You can also talk to this guy who's gonna, you know, we can buy stuff from him, basically. He's just like a close item shop, which is nice and convenient. We don't really need anything, though. So, I guess let's quickly organize, and let's go over our Master Hunter here. Master Hunter, a rare and receiving Lindblom, a title given to the best hunter in the kingdom. Master Hunter, I shall follow in the footsteps of Sid the First, the Explorer King. The true hunter must seek his targets in the sky. Previous Master. Fancy stuff. Here we got another logo here. Monty. It's a letter from Stiltskin. Do you know Stiltskin, Kupo? From Stiltskin to Komodo. I just like completely forgot his name. From Stiltskin to Monty. Let's let this scroll a little bit. I left Lindblom and headed north. I walked through the mist in Gazamaluke to reach Bermesia for the very first time. It's raining, as expected. I'm going to look for shelter now. Here into Bermesia? It might be dangerous there, Kupo. I want mail, Kupo. Alright, so let's save. So, we're not done with this part, because we're actually going to you know, head on out to, you know, whichever. So we're going to save in the side slot here. And this is going to be kind of an interesting thing. This is going to be a lot of work for me, but I'll talk about it when we get over here. So, we're not going to go to Bermesia right away, because there's some things to do out here, obviously, as you can expect. So first of all, right when you like head on out, if you scroll the camera a little bit, you can see there's some, there's like swampy looking thing right in front of us. You can also get into encounters out here, obviously. Bunch of new encounters out here, but you know, we'll be seeing those later at some point or another. I don't know. I think because we're near the swamp, we'll fight swamp enemies. These hell crabs or whatever. What are they called? Clippers. Right. They'll cast water, obviously. But because we have those glass armlets, Vivian's, you know, Zidane will take less damage from that, which is nice. As you can imagine, most of these watery enemies are going to be weak to lightning. Do 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 do. Of course, because we're finally getting a bit of a difficulty increase now. Most of these enemies aren't going to be dying in one hit anymore, so that's good to know. In fact, we're actually kind of low level for this point in the game. Like you can see, like we're taking a lot of damage. Like if it weren't for that glass armor, we'd be taking over 100 damage on these enemies. That'd be scary. Let's watch how much her jump does here. Spear. Bam! 238. That's some good damage. And now Thunder should just mess him up. One of them's dead. We'll have Zidane finish the last one off. Boom! Dunzo. Done like dinner. Nice. And we get 2 AP for our trouble. And an Ironite card. You know, I'll quickly mention that. So AP is kind of interesting because things like experience and like the items and steals and stuff are tied to the enemy. AP is a little different because it's actually tied to the encounter slot. So like, that particular encounter gives us 2 AP, but like, there's plenty of situations where you might fight an enemy that gives like, I don't know, like, you'll fight one enemy by itself, it'll give 1 AP, and then you'll fight 2 of them, but it'll still give 1 AP, because it's not that the monsters give an AP, it's that that particular encounter gives anything. We'll overwrite this one because there's no real difference. Lachenta Wetlands. Do do do. Boo boo boo. So that's just, I mean, it's not like it's super important or anything, but it's just interesting to know because it's like Q's Marsh. We've already seen a Q. Remember from the castle? That, like, dude with, like, the pink clothes, the chef's hat, and the big tongue? That's a Q. And funny enough, remember, yeah, these guys. You want to learn some stuff from me too? Yeah, teach me some stuff. This is our tutorial guide. So if we ever need another tutorial, you can just come talk to this guy and review some stuff. I just need directions. Hey, if you want to go to Bermesia, it's further north. And you can tell us, go to Bermesia and all that jazz. No, I already know everything. I think that's funny. If we come over to this screen, we can see this guy over here, hungry. But, before we do that, let's head on over to the north here. Because there's going to be this hut over here. Let's check on this guy. Hey, look at this guy. It's a Q clan member. We Q's big frog here. Frogs give much energy. Doesn't really have much to say to us. For obvious reasons, because we're just some strangers. But, let's head on back here. So, there's all these frogs jumping around. If we walk up to them, like, these frogs don't really give a shit about us. So we can actually walk up to them and catch them. And, as you can imagine, this guy's running around looking at the frogs, looking kind of hungry. Moving his little tongue. And, that's not for nothing. You got frog! Frog's very good. Who the heck are you? Me? Hey, it's Quena. Quena, do you want this frog? Or Quena? Is it Quena or Quina? It's probably Quina. So I'm going to say Quina. I actually usually say Quina, but for some reason I started saying Quena. Which I'm kind of saying Quina, but with like a weird like emphasis on the que. Yes, yes! Yes, yes! Alright, here. Yay! Quina received a frog. Mine, mine! You pathetic, Quina. Can't even feed yourself, so this guy's name is Quail. Can't master art of eating just chasing frogs, Quina. But master, frogs very good. Frogs here best, better than Alexandria's. Quina, you in darkness, need some light. World big place, many, many foods. Alexandria just one kingdom. You need go out more, eat other food. Go out into world? Sounds scary. Are there yummier frogs outside? Of course, many good frogs. All Qs love frogs best. Eating frogs is key to growth. Q marshes exist all over world. Go eat frogs in other marshes. I promise, you'll get much learning. Traveler, please show Quina the world. Anywhere with food good. You want me to take him with us? Why not? Will I find yummier frogs outside? There's plenty of stuff in the world that tastes better than frogs. Really, really? Okay, I go with you. It's just like, That's not it, though, cuz... What's up, Vivi? That man looks exactly like my grandpa. Your grandfather? Who? That quail guy? Yeah, maybe he knows my grandpa. I'm gonna go talk to him, Zidane. I love that Quail, like he's, I think he's doing like the sort of thing where he's kind of sitting on his knees, like with his legs behind him, kind of like I forget what that is. I guess I'll just say the Japanese thing. You know what I mean? He's sitting on like a little like a little like table kinda. I don't know what that is. There's so many types of furniture and they all have weird names. I don't remember them all. Okay, I'm no furniture expert. What wrong? Something on my face? Do you know a man named Quan? I know not that bigot. Grandpa Quan was a bit strange, but how do you know him? I no can answer. Grandpa Quan looks exactly like you, Mr. Quail. Of course, we from the same tribe. You really don't know him? No, I know not this Quan. Honestly? That's too bad. Let's go, Vivi. I never understood this. I feel like it's supposed to be like Zidane's like trying to just like kind of feign like ignorance or whatever, but if it like this is one of those things that never gets like capitalized on. It feels like Zidane's just being a dumbass here or something weird. Like he's just taking Quail at face value. Like it's kind of weird. Like it's very obvious he knows him because like he's saying stuff, right? Okay. It'll be a while before we see more about this, but I actually really like the relationship between, like, Vivi has his own thing going on, but I like that there's also, like, a relationship between Vivi, Quina, and Quail there with his, Grandpa Quan. Like, the four of them actually have a interesting little thing happening later. But I love that Quina comes with, like, nothing. He's just, even though he's wearing, like, all this, like, clothes on, he's just completely naked, apparently. Yeah, we'll put on a feather hat on him. We'll give him the glass armlets. This is why we bought all that extra equipment, plus the cotton rope. Quentin doesn't really learn a lot of stuff right now, so we can just slap stuff on him for usefulness. So you may be wondering, well, what the heck Master says? What is Quina? Quina is a blue mage! This game's blue mage. You can see right there. He's got a lot of, Quina's a very interesting, well, he's kind of interesting because of how he learns blue magic, but also because a lot of the blue magic in this game is pretty weird. But here's the thing with Quina. Quina is an optional party member, right? We do not have to get Quina right now, and in fact, throughout the rest of this Burmecia stuff, Quina is optional the whole time, and there's actually a lot of cutscenes that change depending on whether Quina is in our party or not. And I actually... Oh, Quina. He still needs much learning. Please help him. Yeah, that's another thing, too. There's a lot of optional, like, right, a lot of cutscenes that are different. And because I'm actually going to keep a save on me, and I'm going to basically have to play through this whole part of the game twice. Once with Quina and once without Quina. Because I want to see what all the differences between the cutscenes. And I'm basically... It's going to be a pain in the ass, but this is, like, something I've actually never done. And I don't even, like... I've seen very few people, like, never pick up Quina. So, this will be interesting, I don't think it's really... There's probably an LP somewhere out there of someone who just never picked up Quina, surely. I didn't really look, but, like, I mean, I might as well do it, right? And that's another thing, too. He, right? They're using the word he because Quina's a little weird. I don't think Quina is necessarily genderless, but Quina's actually a character we never learn their gender at all. Like, that never comes up. Like, people just refer to them, as, like, sometimes they'll say he, and sometimes they'll say he, and I think there's occasionally, like, there might be they, thems, but Quina doesn't give a crap. Like, Quina never, like, even talks about it at all anyways, so, for the purposes of the game, we might as well just say Quina is gender unknown. I think that's even what, like, there's, like, little, like, info things on some of these characters, like their ages and stuff. Quina's actually really old, by the way. I think Quina's, like, in their 80s or something like that. Quina's actually quite old, because apparently Qs are very long-lived, so Quina's old as hell, relatively speaking, compared to, like, Zidane's, like, 16, Vivi's 9, Freya's, like, I think 21? I want to say she's 21, that sounds right? Something like that. I think Quail is a dude, but once again, that doesn't really come up. It's kind of funny, because I think in the Japanese version, all the Qs are completely genderless. It never gets brought up, and they're always referred to with gender-neutral pronouns and stuff. But obviously, back in, what year this game came out, Ivan? Fuck, I don't even remember, actually. This game's old, so, like, gender-neutral pronouns were kind of like a really rare thing back in those days. So Quina like it was. I guess they felt it was a little awkward to just constantly say they them for Quina, and that's why the other Qs kind of have different genders. And it's actually kind of funny because of the vague nature that the genders of the Qs are different in other localizations too. Like, I think in the French localization, all the Qs are actually female and not genderless. Also, yeah, frogs, eh? We, sure, just for a little while. We can, do a little frog mini game with Quina here. Which is kind of cool. So, catching frogs, this is like a big thing. This is like a whole thing on its own, too. There's a lot of that goes into how to catch frogs. Basically, the trick to catching frogs is you kind of wait for them to like jump out and then you just kind of rush them, which is obvious. There's also kind of a cheese trick you can do. If they're close to the thing, you can just like butt mash near them and kind of hump the wall. You're working hard, Quina, and you'll kind of catch them when they hop. You come far long way of Gourmand. I give you this, and we get an ore. Thank you, Master Quail. I train more. So yeah, basically, as we catch frogs throughout all the different marshes in the world, we get rewards from, quail. Oh, actually, I don't want to do that. There's different types of frogs. Obviously, there's male frogs, there's female frogs, and that is actually relevant to something. Because there's only, I'll say this right now, there's 4 marshes in the game throughout the world. And there is not enough to get all the rewards just from catching frogs in those 4 marshes. The thing is that the frogs obey kind of a real-time thing. I'll go over this more later, but just know that the trick is you actually want to leave a male and a female frog in each area because they'll reproduce, obviously, right? So right now we want to get this last one of these 2 female frogs. You can tell what gender a frog is by looking at their colors. The male frogs have yellow flippers, or I guess they're just a bland yellow flipper, and the females have purple. And they also have like a little like black stripe on them. I don't think the male frogs have that stripe. No. I forget how the golden frog works actually too, but I think we get an ether, which is nice. I think the golden frog either is like a bonus to the reproducing, or it's like it counts as both. So you can leave a golden frog along with either and it'll reproduce faster. But that'll be it for catching frogs here. We'll go over this more later. Had enough, Quina? It's pretty easy to catch frogs here. I love that if you say, I catch some more. Sidin's just like, This is kind of a minor thing too, but kind of a cool thing is that Sidin kind of pops out of a different spot depending on where you go, which makes sense, but it's kind of a funny thing you might not even realize, because most people just run to the bottom, but like, Sidin will pop out of all the other things. Quina kind of gets a little weird if you walk, like this one in particular, like you can see him like kind of jittering. Walk to this one, Sidin walks out from the left. He walks all the way over too, because Quina doesn't move very much here. And then if we walk to the very left one here, Sidin comes out the right. He just kind of pops on out. I done catching. It's kind of funny. This is like kind of a scatterbrained episode, and it's kind of appropriate because this is also scatterbrained just because there's so many things to go over. Cripes. But yeah, we're just gonna. Oh, good. Actually, good timing. Let's see if we get the encounter I want. There's a couple different encounters in here. There's, I think, 3 monsters in here. This is the one we want. Our pal, Toad. So Toads, they're nothing special, but what they do offer is, we have Insomnia, this son of a gun. What they offer is, oh wow, nice crit. Crits are, I think, based on spirit in this game. That sounds about right. So, Quina's Eat command. Basically, how this works is when you eat a monster, by default, if that monster is at 25% of its life or lower, Quina will eat the enemy, which kills it. But that's not all. You get an ability for doing this too. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, you can see, we're not exactly low. We're kind of low, relatively speaking. You have to be kind of careful because the Toads don't have that much health. The thing is that let's see if we get this here. Nope. They'll teach, I'll say it right now. They teach Quina, like, that's how she gets her that's how they, damn, I can't say it. That's how they get their blue magic. And the Toads are the only thing, the thing that we get from them is only from Toads. We can only get this ability from a Toad. So we want to do this. little tricky though, because like it seems like I'm cherry tapping with Vivi, but I swear to you, if I attack with Zidane or Freya, they'll die, guaranteed. So you gotta be careful about that. There we go, frog drop. Once again, I'll go over this ability more later. For now, we'll just kind of... Actually, you know, we'll go over some stuff right now while we're here, while I'm here. So let's quickly look. Let's button mash so I can get to the menu so I can go over some stuff. Because I think there's some new abilities I haven't really been talking about either. So, Bird Killer, yeah, Steel Gill. I'll go over Steel Gill in the half part, because Steel Gill is exactly what it says, but it has a formula. I want to, you know, I don't want to just say you get money when you steal. I want to, you know, describe the formula. Let me see here. Oh yeah, Man Eater. Man Eater is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically just the same ability, but for humanoid enemies. Yeah, we have ad stats, we can't get anything. The thing is, if we had that Needle Fork, this is why you want the Needle Fork. Needle Fork has a huge damage increase. I believe it increases Quina's attack to 34, which, as you can see, would be much higher than the rest of our attack stats. So that'd be useful. But it also, you know, the Needle Fork has Petrify as an ad status, which is, you know, super useful for, you know, completing the Excalibur 2 Perfect game. But anyways, High Tide allows you to trance faster. Basically, when you trance, you know, I'll just go over, once again, I'll go over this more later. But basically, it just makes your trance bar fill a lot more reliably. Not necessarily faster, but reliably is the key word here. Anyways, let me think. Where do I want to go from here? I don't want to quite head to other areas yet, so we're going to do some other stuff first. So, now that we have Quina, we can go around and start eating enemies to get her some... I keep saying her. I don't know why. You know why? It's because there's actually some things that make... the Quina, because Quina is gender unknown, there's actually a bunch of things that, like, affect Quina that are based on gender that are, like, inconsistent compared to other characters. Like, there's certain things, like, Zidane will protect Quina with Protect Girls, but there's, like, female-only equipment that Quina can't equip. So let's just go ahead and blast this guy. So you can see that even though Quina has the highest attack, he only did, you know, 21 damage there. You know, at this point, I'm just gonna make a joke out of this. I'm just gonna, like, random Quina's gender every time, because freaking, I can't do it. Quina's attack damage is extremely random. Once again, I will go over that more later in future parts, but, you know, just know that, you know, Quina's damage is actually basically arranged from their, like, I think one attack to their actual attack, so have to be careful about that. These guys are fun. These guys are actually considered dragons, by the way, so Freya's Dragon Killer will do more damage to them. Hey, we stole an antidote. Boom! That guy's donezo. These guys are actually a fun enemy. I'll talk about them in the half part, because they actually have some weird quirks with them. Let's see if we can eat them. When they're in their defensive stance, their physical defense goes up, so be careful about that. Plus, keep in mind, I'm going to attack here, and when you attack them, I believe they usually counter. Oh, what? Yeah, see? Freya countered critical again? God damn, Freya, calm down. We wanted to eat them. Damn it. This is why it can be hard to eat. Because you'll cherry tap monsters down, and then all of a sudden someone will crit, and they'll just die. And it's like, god dang. You know, that's rough. I've got the massive hiccups for some reason, even though I haven't eaten or drinking anything in hours. You know, that's just how I am. It's like, it's almost 3 in the morning right now, by the way. Oh my god, it's 3 in the morning! Shut up! You stupid dumbass! Why do I have the hiccups? Alright, let's attack with Freya, steal, see how much damage this does. Hopefully Blizzard should not kill, and then I should be able to just eat with Quina and hopefully get their ability. These guys have a really good ability. Yeah, that should be good. Eat them! Ouch! What? Damn! Alright, we're gonna attack with Freya again. The thing is, like, Freya's back row and they're in defense, so as long as she doesn't crit again... never mind. See, this is what I mean, like, I attack with two... I did 2 attacks, and then I tried to eat and I couldn't do it. So either I kill them with, you know, any of my attacks, or I sit there for 2 hours cherry tapping with Vivi, and hoping that it doesn't kill him with its poison counter, which is stronger in poisons. Like, it just blows. I believe if we're on the beach, we always get an encounter with that monster, so let's just do that. I'm gonna use a potion, though, so we don't die next fight. Alright. I'm pretty sure a beach is always an encounter. That might actually not be true, but I guess we'll see in a second here. So let's get an encounter. Alright, come on, baby. Throw me a serpent lion. Serp lion. Sarpla blue. I don't even know how you pronounce their name. Oh, it's a hedgehog pie. Never mind. Oh, and it's a back attack. That's funny. These guys have an ability we can get from them too, but I don't even remember how much life these guys have. See, unfortunately, we don't have... Oh, yeah, that does a lot of damage. Damn. Oh, we got a high potion, though. So let's... Bam, that's some damage. I mean, I guess let's just start cherry tapping. Because I don't think these things have that much health. Which is unfortunate. And potion, you know, Freya, and then we'll just keep cherry tapping. Hopefully, Quina can eat it. I kind of wish I'd gotten this back attack at a different time, because his ability will get for Zaidi, and it'll be kind of useful for this. Ooh, oh god, someone's dead. Hey, that's the ability we'll get from this guy. Does that mean Vivi's not going to get any experience? You bastard. Oh my god, they killed Vivi! You bastard! Oh well, not a big deal. Vivi's only slightly behind Freya now, and still ahead of Quina anyway, so it doesn't... not a big deal. We got a Phoenix down as a reward too, so that's useful. So as you can imagine from that spell that just happened, Pumpkinhead is... just minus strike, essentially. It's a minus strike for Quina. Which, it's funny, because I was like, oh man, the magic we get from here is weird, but, you know, that one's super straightforward. It's a little more, it's actually a little more useful for Quina than it is for Steiner, because Quina's damage is super random, so if Quina's at low health, you can at least get some consistently deep, like, good damage out of that. So yeah. So remember how I was saying, like, we can leave to go do stuff? Well, here's what I was talking about. Let's go out of, Lindblom from the top, because there's some stuff we can eat out there that's actually really useful. Oh, I did not mean to go the upper level. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna cut to when we get outside Lindblom, so see you then. I wish I were young again. I pulled some crazy stunts in my early days. My buddies and I used to go to this forest northeast of here all the time to catch wild chocobos. And we raced through the plains like the wind, with the girls cheering us on. Those were the happiest days of my life. I wonder if there are still chocobos living in that forest. He said it was some sort of emergency. I hope he'll be alright. Papa's gone. I wonder when he'll be back. Hey, we're up here again. Remember this place? Now that we're not by ourselves, we can actually run out here and not die from like the first thing we run to. So first things first, we can head over here and get this question mark place. There's nothing here, like there's no story stuff here right now. You know, spoilers, we do actually come here later. But, if we come here now, we can read some stuff. Warning! There were reports of an old man's ghost appearing here at Pinnacle Rocks. We are unable to verify the rumor, but we recommend staying away from this area. Lindblom Area 2, Security Core. And if we head all the way over here, there's some chests for us. Phoenix down, not too big a deal, but I believe this is an elixir. That's a nice item to get right now. As you can imagine, since we don't have Dagger with us right now, healing is a little more limited, obviously. You can only just do it with potions. Have to be careful about that. But that's not the only reason we came here, because obviously, now that we have Quina, there's a couple monsters up here that we can eat. Including in this forest. And if we're lucky, you might recognize one of these monsters, because it's technically not new. Oh, nope. Well, I mean, these guys aren't new, but that's not the ones I was talking about. We'll attack with Quina and see if because if it lives, it'll probably, you know, be able to be eaten. This is where stealing really comes in handy to keep your supplies stocked up, because, like, we're not always able to easily buy potions, but if you have, you know, a lot of enemies we can steal stuff from, so that's useful. Fortunately, these things are, like, once again, like, these things are in a weird spot where, like, they don't have that much health, but it still takes a while for just chipping them down with Vivi, which is kind of unfortunate, so, I mean, there's not really much we can do except defend. I guess while I'm here, I'll mention what defending does. Defending is an interesting thing in this game because it works kind of like how you'd expect it to work, right? In most of the Final Fantasy games in the past, right, defend basically reduces physical damage that that character takes by 50%, which is pretty consistent. I think it's a little different in like I think 10 it's like 50% of all damage or something, but in this game it's just physical damage like normal. However, there's a interesting little like caveat with defend in this game, because defend doesn't just reduce physical damage by 50%, it also makes it so that you have a 75% chance to avoid a physical attack by default. Like you can see there. Oh, Fred actually got hit. Never mind. But yeah, evading makes you like extremely. Not only does it make you take less damage from physical attacks, but you're a lot more likely to dodge too. So it's actually really like it makes physical attacks like way less like powerful against you, basically. Which is really interesting that that's not something people often realize, because it's not the most obvious thing, but it's like it's pretty obvious. Like if you have like your whole party defend, you know, you'll start seeing a lot of misses. Level 3 defense. I believe this one's, yeah, reduces defense of enemies whose levels are multiples of 3. So, a lot of enemies in the game have levels. We can't see it without scanning them, but they do all have levels. And basically, any monster whose level is divisible by 3 will have their defense reduced. I believe with level 3 defenseless, it is a random number, like, it reduces their defense by a random amount between I think it can sometimes, I think it's from 0 to their actual defense stats, so sometimes you'll use it and it won't do anything, and sometimes it can just completely remove their defense completely. This is actually a pretty strong spell if you're lucky enough to, on the stuff that's, good against. Obviously, it's very situational because it only works on certain monsters. If you have, obviously, if you just have the Final Fantasy Wiki up, it lists all the monster levels. It's gonna be useful. An Axebeat, that's a new monster. This is actually a pretty rare enemy. You can only find them in this upper area. So if you never come up here, because this is totally optional, you'll never fight these guys. I don't think they can actually eat anything. Oh no, they give Limit Glove, okay. So that's an easy way to get Limit Glove. There's another monster that gives that, but it's like kind of annoying to get that way, so that's a much easier enemy to get Limit Glove from. Anyways, we're gonna run away from this because I don't really need the experience, and we can get a little extra money off of it anyways. 34 gil. So Limit Glove is Limit Glove is super fun. And the funny thing is, I believe if the description is super, like, I think it just says it deals non-elemental damage. Yeah. Oh, it actually tells you exactly what it does. Causes non-elemental damage to the target when your HP is 1. So this is basically like super minus strike. It deals damage only when you have 1 HP, but I won't spoil it for now, but you know, we'll see later that it's, you know, a fair bit stronger than just, oh yeah, you know, you do some damage when you have 1 HP. We'll see. You know, we'll leave that for later though. Anyways, let's get into this forest, and I want there should be one encounter we can get in this forest. We'll see if we get it though. It's not the most common encounter, but it's a good encounter to get because it gives us a really nice ability here. Nope, not it. So we're gonna have to run. So the nice thing is, even when you're like running from, oh well, sometimes you get lucky and you just run away instantly, and then you get money for free basically, which is why Fleagill is so nice when you're grinding stuff like this. But we're looking for something that isn't the spider or the axe beak. There's 3 enemies up here, and you know that you can only find them in the forests, so you have to kind of run around this area. I forget if it's this forest only or the other one too, but I think it's both of them. Like I think it's just in this area basically, but you have to be in a forest. That looks like it's gonna be, yeah, the spiders again. You can kind of tell because you know you'll always get certain camera angles with certain like monster formations. More money though. It's free money though, right? You can't complain. If the next encounter doesn't give me what I want, then I'll just cut away to when I do find them. So, let's see. I mean, technically, there's actually a 4th thing that could happen. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it would be funny if it did right now. Nope. You probably know what I mean if you can tell just from the fact that I knew immediately. That looks like it's gonna be more spiders. Oh yeah, that was a back attack though, which is kind of funny. So let's quickly steal something and then keep running. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut back to when we actually find this enemy. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Cash! Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. Bomb! Hey, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, you can find bombs in this forest. Bombs are actually pretty strong for this point. Like, you'll see, like, bam, look how much damage that fire just did. That's some damage! That, of course, that's because the cotton robe makes Quina weak to fire, but, you know, that's still a lot of damage, obviously. That's nothing to snuff at. And as you can expect from a bomb, it doesn't always happen, but they do have, you know, they grow bigger and they'll blow up if they get too big, and that does a lot of damage. We should be able to eat it now, though. They aren't that tough. They do a lot of damage, but they aren't particularly, like, that much higher in HP. There we go! Mustard Bomb! Hooray! Mustard Bomb is cool because that'll let us inflict a status effect that we haven't even seen yet. It's actually that's actually, I guess, our first status spell even. That's kind of funny. I didn't even think about that. Now, mind you, Mustard Bomb is a little boring in our hands, but that doesn't mean it's not effective. It's because it's, Mustard Bomb. Where is it? Down here. It inflicts heat to the enemy. Heat is, we saw this when the Mog was talking to us earlier in the little tutorial. Heat, is basically an instant death spell with a catch to it, which is that it causes instant death as soon as they, you know, take an action, which is obviously cool when it's for us because it means you have to kind of like, you know, be careful about your actions. But the thing is that when you cast it on a monster, right, it just kind of kills them, which is, you know, like that's still useful. That's our first, like, that's an instant death we have access to, this, which is like really early in the game, right? Most normal enemies are like never like immune to this, so they can actually be pretty useful. But ooh, yeah, they have Thundara. The funny thing is their Thundara is weaker than the bomb's like fire. It only does 54. Because the thing is that this is another thing too that isn't super obvious unless you look under the hood. Every monster's like their Thundara is completely unique to this enemy, basically. Like, they have their own attack power. It's tied to the, like, enemy's formation, I guess, even more specifically. They use a Thundara that's included in their list of spells, but that Thundara is different from one that Vivi will get later. And there's even, you can even tell that it's different later on, because we'll actually get an ability that'll let us, like, see that kind of thing. But, let me think. Well, I'm gonna go to the inn, obviously. I'm gonna go take a look around town to see if there's anything else, like any other new dialogue. And I'll go back outside and try to learn the rest of the spells I'm missing. Like, I want to get the thing from the serpents. And I think there's one other thing we can get. Although that one will be a little scary, so I might not do that one right now. But, yeah, I probably will. So yeah, I'll cut to any new dialogue. But if there's no dialogue, then I'll cut back to outside. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. I didn't put in any sleeping medicine. It wasn't me. That's actually kind of funny. The chef here actually reacts to that thing. I was counting on having more sales with the people coming to the festival. I've only had one customer so far. Only one. Yeah, old Steiner. His name is Koo. Isn't he adorable? Aw, I didn't know that she came over here. ARF. That's kind of cute. Even Ivan and Belna couldn't beat Zagnol. Those who are awarded the Master Hunter title must live up to the honor. I just realized this guy was called like a priest earlier, but now he's just Theodore. That's interesting. Well, interesting. I don't know. It's kind of weird, actually. That was too easy. I wish you guys would give me a little more competition. Damn it. Yuzu. Yeah, Yuzu wasn't even in the runnings. I don't make much selling pots, but I enjoy it. How about you? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Yeah, I'm having fun. That's what I thought. No, this game sucks. Maybe you should go buy another game. That's a pretty funny piece of dialogue. Oh yeah, I forgot these guys actually give something. I wasn't commenting over this fight because it was like, I thought they gave Pumpkinhead, just like the thing. But no, you can get Vanish from these guys. This is our first source of Vanish too. You can already see Quinn is going to be really useful. Quinn's giving some good stuff. Nice miss. Vivi. Let's finish him up before he runs away with our stuff. Vanish does exactly what it says it does. It just casts Vanish on a party member. And we already know what Vanish does. Vanish is, quite good against physical attackers because it makes you immune to them. That's super useful. I'm gonna keep looking around. I want a Serp Lion. I keep forgetting how to pronounce the name. Serp Lion? Serpent Lion? Something like that. Oh, hey, ladybugs. I think these are new. These guys give... I know these guys give pumpkin heads. There's no point in fighting them. They aren't a particularly, interesting enemy anyways, so I'm not gonna worry about them. I'm glad we saw them, though, because at least now you know they exist. I guess I'll head back to the beach. Let me quickly check. Have we learned any abilities I haven't been paying attention to? I guess you got that, so... let's put on the steeple hat. Anything in here? I guess I'll mention this. You can see that Quina needs a whopping 250 AP to learn High Tide. But the thing is that all of Quina's weapons have High Tide. So Quina always has High Tide available anyways. So that number there is just for fun, basically. It's no big deal. Anyways, I'll cut to when we find our serpent lion dragon thingy. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Hey, there he is. There's our buddy. So, I guess since I've seen how much damage Freya does, let's attack with Zidane. Bam, there's that damage. Crap. I hope Blizzard... See, these things have such an awkward amount of HP where it's like, 2 attacks from Vivi and Freya isn't enough to put them into eat range, but I feel like an attack from Zidane and a Blizzard from Vivi is going to kill it now. I hope not. Surely not. Please don't prove me wrong. Yes! Okay, now we should definitely be able to eat them. Let's go. Couldn't steal anything? Who cares? Give me your wonderful ability. You might know it. It's Mighty Guard. Huzzah. Mighty Guard does exactly what it expected to do. It gives you Protect and Shield on every party member, which is really powerful. Because Protect and Shield are both single target abilities, so not only do you get the effects of Protect and Shield in one attack, but it affects the whole party. Of course, the caveat of Mighty Guard is that we'll go in here and see. Mighty Guard is a astronomical 64 MP. We can't even use it yet. Quina does not have enough MP at max to use that yet. So it's going to be a bit before we can use that, but, you know. You know, I'll just say exactly what Frog Drop does, because I might as well just be consistent and say everything. Frog Drop is a special attack because its damage scales on how many frogs you've caught, like it says. The damage dealt is about equal to, I think it's number of frogs caught times Quina's level, I believe. So right now we have 5 frogs caught, so if I used Frog Drop it would do 35 damage, I think. Which, now that I said it out loud, means that would actually have been quite useful for doing some stuff. But we're not going to go over to Gazamo Squado yet. We're going to head over here to this forest. Oh, actually, now thinking about it, we're going to fight crabs here, right? Oh, we just barely weren't in range of the swamp. There's another enemy skill we can get from the swamp. I totally forgot. And yeah, we're not going to fight you because you guys suck. Not literally. Like, I mean, hell, they just did a pretty good amount of damage right there, but you guys stink. Who needs you? Bam! Sometimes Quina can do some good damage, but you know. By the way, a misconception with Quina is that her damage is unaffected by which rope that he's in. That is untrue. Quina's damage is just as affected by the row as anyone else's. It's just that because their damage is so random, it can be, you know, not the most obvious thing in the world if that's even affected by it in the first place. And come on, please don't kill Freya before we run. I don't know, we ran for the other ones so easily, and then these ones are gonna take forever. Running in this game is a little trickier than like in 7, for example. If you have active, you know, you run away super easily. This game it's a little trickier because it's only, first of all, even in active, right? You only run away when nothing's happening, and it checks every second. And I forget what the chance is. It's based on your average level versus the enemy's average level. Oh my god, these guys are gonna kill us at this rate. I'm gonna have to throw a potion. I bought some potions, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. Come on, I don't want to lose money. I ain't using Fleet. There we go. Not for a while, anyways. Once we have, you know, a bottomless sack of cash, then I'll be more unhaphazard about using Flea. But for now, I want to get one of those crabs again. I'm gonna use a tent because we got messed up by that dude, by those stinking ladybugs. By the way, tents in this game do not heal you to full. I believe they heal you 50% of your current, or your max HP and MP. So I believe that, like we can see here, like Zidane, and especially Freya and Quinn are not fully healed. You always need to use 2 tents if you want a full heal. Anyways, we want to fight these crabs. You know, giant enemy crab, all that jazz, you know, meme it up. That is not a crab. Are you kidding me? Now I'm fighting you guys? And it's a back attack. Man, that's just a real slap to the face. Hey, Freya tranced. That's cool. I mean, I guess since we're here, as long as Freya doesn't die, I mean. So you can already see what Freya's trance is like, right? It targets both enemies. Freya's trance is pretty much what you probably would expect from like a super jump. Freya's trance now hits everything in battle, and she stays in the air until her trance runs out. So she's gonna be up there for a while. The only thing that sucks about Trance Spear is that its damage is a lot more random than normal. Sometimes it can do very little damage, and sometimes it can actually do quite a bit of damage. You can see, like, the first one was doing like 100, but this one only did like 40 to one enemy. So it's not the best, but it's like, obviously it's super useful defensively, because like, Freya's just straight invincible right now. But you can see the damage is super random too, which kind of sucks. There is something we'll get later that helps with that, but for now it's like, you know. Doo-doo-doo. We'll blizzard it up, see what's happening. Damn, that didn't even kill one of them. Oh, he used Shell! This is a super rare counter. Just saying, super rare. I think they have a very small chance to use Shell. And I believe it's not only is it like a small chance, they have to be weakened too, or something. Like, it's really specific. Ow! Hey! Calm down! Jeez. Wow, I guess we're here. How much health does Freya have? We'll toss out a pumpkin head. That'll kill one of them at least. Taken care of. And taken care of. Boom, dead. Hey, we got an antibody for Freya though. Let's go ahead and check out our equipment, and hopefully this time we'll get a Clipper. You can't. So the weird thing about the Clippers is that they're like a swamp enemy, but they're only fightable on the outsides here. If we go inside to the Q's Marsh, we can't find Clippers anymore. There are other... Actually, you know, since there are other things in there, we can get things from. I guess I'll go inside and see if we'll find the non-Gigas Toad. I'll also use a tent because Freya got messed up to there. So let's head on in here and see if we can get the other fight. I've got my fights here. I think there's the frog, or there's the toad, and then there's the... another one. There might be a third one too, but don't quote me on that one. I don't remember. Alright, let's check out what did Freya got antibody, right? So where'd she get that from? She got it from the glove. So we can go ahead and get Undead Killer now. And this gives both Man-Eater and Bug. Actually, since this gives both Man-Eater and Bug Killer, we might as well swap out to this to start learning Bright Eyes and level up. Bug Killer and Man-Eater. We'll worry about that later. I'm trying to look here. And let me. What could she learn? She can learn Undead Killer. I guess I'll give her Bright Eyes because why not? He still has ad status, but you can't even use. He's not going to use that for a while actually, because even his next couple weapons don't have an S status. So there's no point. But anyways, let's see if we can find the other enemy in here. I love getting encounters here because you just kind of spin around the boardwalk. That's pretty much what I always do in here because it looks goofy, but it works. Damn it! I am having the worst luck. You know, I'm just gonna cut to when we find this enemy. Glowing eyes, yeah, put me to sleep. Ah. Well, I guess since you just saw that happen, I guess I'll mention this. I forgot to mention this, but with status effects like Sleep that freeze you in place, you can see that like Zidane's ATB reset when he got put to sleep, and that's because if you have a command put in and you get affected by a status effect that affects your ability to do stuff, I forget which ones it does. It's not everyone, but most of them will reset your ATB, like Confuse, Sleep. I think Stop. I think Stop is the one that doesn't. Anyways, here, yeah, these guys, Axolotl. You can tell what these guys are based on. These guys are actually pretty cute. You can see. Look at them. They're adorable. And so we're gonna attack each one with each character, and hopefully that'll put them each into... One of them will get put into eat range. Ow. I don't know. Please, Freya, don't crit. Thank you. Alright. Oh yeah, see, hey, there's the spell we're gonna learn, Aqua Breath. This shouldn't do too much damage thanks to the glass stuff. Yeah, that's not too bad. A little scary though, you can see. There we go, Aqua Breath, nice. Aqua Breath is a little weird in this game because in most games it's just like a strong water spell. In this game it's actually a demi spell, kind of like demi. It deals damage based on the enemy's current HP. It deals damage equal to 40% of their HP, and it's also water elements, which is kind of a unique mechanic of this game, I guess you could say. Whatchamacallit? I doesn't really have anything else I can learn. Oh, we can swap this out though. Who would I swap it out with? I guess you, because you don't need the desert boots. Yeah, does that give him anything? Yeah, it gives him antibody and head stats, so why not? Ups all his stats, her stats, whatever. It deals 40% of their HP, of their current HP, mind you, not their max HP. Or, no, their max HP, not their current HP. And it deals 40%, and because it is water, if an enemy is weak to water, it works just like any other elemental weakness. So it'll deal 60% of their max HP instead of 40%. So it can actually be pretty useful against water weak enemies. And because it's fixed, like it's always based on the percentage of the damage you deal, while it's never super strong, like you're never one-shotting stuff with it consistently, it does mean that there's never really a point in the game when it feels like Aqua Breath is underpowered. Especially because it's multi-target by default, so against big groups, it's even useful against big groups of enemies, like these little ones. Now, mind you, in this game, demi spells can miss, which kind of sucks. Actually, you know what? Screw you guys. You killed me last time. I'm killing you now. Let's go ahead and throw it on Aqua Breath. Why not? And we'll jump with Freya. It's funny, I put her in the background, but I've mostly been attacking with her still. So let's see. Hopefully this hits both of them. It can miss, mind you. I forget what the chance is. I forget its base accuracy. And missed one of them. Yeah, it's not the most... Actually, is it not... You know what? I'm thinking something else. It's 20%, not 40%. I don't know why I thought it was 40%. So yeah, it's mostly like useful against enemies with lots of HP, obviously. Damn! Calm down, guys. You can see like the damage levels are definitely rising. Which, it doesn't help that we're a little underpowered, too. Like, we're a little underleveled. Bam! There you go. Take it out. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I can really go over at this point? We're pretty much done. There's another ability we can get, but I don't want to do that right now because that's kind of a tough encounter. And there's another area we can go to over here, but once again, I want to save that for next episode. So, I'm going to head over to the bridge here. And we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I got an encounter. Damn it! All right, we'll fight one more encounter. Who is it? It's gonna be ladybugs. Is it gonna be a hedgehog pie? We only saw one hedgehog pie so far. No, it's a vice. One vice by himself. Man, this guy is... Oh, but he's back to attack us. Don't do it, dude. You son of a bitch! Oh, I hate you. Well, since Freya's in the front row now, let's watch her wreck this guy, because these guys only have like about 100 HP, so bam, one shot. Badoo. Okay, can I get to the bridge, please? And thank you. There we go. So, anyways, yeah, this is probably gonna end up being, not only is it gonna be a long part, but it's gonna be a lot to edit for me. But yeah, see you guys next time. Man, the half part is gonna be super long too, because there's gonna be so much to go over there too. I digress. See you guys later.